It's in a very
Like.
Hello?
yeah.
Whoa, this is loud.
I'm just. Yes.
Is there a volume on it or something? Ah! I'm scared of my own voice. Is that better? Okay. Hi. How's everybody? Good. Do we have Zoomers? It does.
It does. It looks really cute.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Okay, should we get started? Got some stuff going on. The country of Portugal is waiting. Should we get going? Oh, okay. I know nothing. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. Except they did a really great war on drugs. We'll ask him about that in Portugal. Okay, we ready? Hi, guys. Okay. How was your week? Oh, does everybody know everybody at this point?
We have somebody new.
Oh, hi.
I'm Tara Garcia, and I am Hi guys, I'm Tara Garcia, and I am transferring here from KW Park City.
Oh,
and,
yeah. We talked about
yeah,
you. We
and
know you.
hi, and I've been an agent for 2.5 years, and still a new agent though, kind of. So like, still learning, but yeah.
Newsflash, 21 years, still learning. Definitely every day. I'm what? Does anybody know how to do real estate? Someone help me. Anybody else that has introduced themselves or? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ryan. Man, it's weird to hear your own voice. I just started with the Hayes team. I'm not officially licensed yet, but I should come back this week, hopefully.
Sweet. Awesome. Welcome, you guys. Any bucket fills, anything you want to bring to the surface? Positive and happy? Great. Oh, I want to say, he's not here though. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
And I'll think Claire Gunn and Amy Gibbons for covering for me while I was out of town. If any of you emailed and you got an autoresponder that broker Mike was not here, they were gracious enough to handle questions and do some stuff for me. So I wanted to thank them. If they're on Zoom or they watch this 6 years from now, they'll get their props. Thank you.
Great. Amy and Mike and I and Steve were able to go to, oh, this is too much. But can you still hear me if I do this? Holy crap. We went to a leadership thing. I feel like you need to hold it. Sensitive. We went to Mega Leadership Camp and we were introduced to the new CEO, Chris Czarnecki. And that whole thing where they bought Mo's percentages. So just a clarification on that. Mo retired and this company bought her shares essentially, right? And it was awesome. I loved it. I am super excited about it. He brings like a level of corporate organization. Can't do it. I'm out. So he brings a level of corporate organization and professionalism that I love us with KW. I love what our culture is and how we are just so kind of down home and friends. And I think it's important to have a high professional environment. And so I'm excited for that level that they'll bring. I mean, he's completing promises. I'll say that. Like, for example, this whole Canva thing, this partnership with Canva has been out in the atmosphere for a long time, and boom, done. He sealed the deal. So Canva is going to be integrated into Command now, stuff like that, right? So it was really refreshing and great, and I'm excited about our future. If we have the experience and the longevity, it doesn't matter if we don't have the innovation and the new thinking, right? So having the combination of both is really important, and I'm really excited about that. From an owner, I'm excited for that. I think it's what we need going forward. Okay, any thoughts or anything else anyone wants to share? All right, Heidi, she's from First American Home Warranty, and she sponsored our food. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's give her a welcome.
Hey, everyone. I know you all woke up this morning hoping to talk about home warranties, right? It is important. So I am your new area manager for First American Home Warranty, but I am not new to home warranties. I've been doing home warranties for the last 7 or 8 years in Austin. I just relocated back to Utah, and I'm happy to be back. My goals when I'm working with real estate agents and teams is to help keep you informed, but also to help keep you out of hot water. So let me ask you a question. How many of you are aware of the new EPA mandate for refrigerant that became effective in January? No, but one person just nodding her head. Well, that's why I'm here. Okay, so as of January 1st, there's a new EPA mandate for refrigerant for HVAC systems. It's called A2L. It's required to be used for all new HVAC equipment going forward. That means there's going to be a phase out of old refrigerant and old equipment. Now, we have had EPA mandates in the past for refrigerant, but in the past, technicians have been able to install a valve that would allow new refrigerant to be compatible with old units and old system, and we're being told that's not going to be possible this go around. So we're going to see a whole bunch of full replacements for HVAC systems. And because of that, First American Home Warranty has set aside an additional $10 million just to cover these HVAC systems. Now, how many of you or anyone in here can guess what is the average cost to replace an HVAC system these days? Anyone? 4, 7? A full system, guys, not just the AC unit, a full, because you have to replace them both. They have to match. 8, 15? 15 is it. The average cost to replace a full HVAC system is $15,000. Now, some are lower. All the stuff that it needs to be compatible and to work. So if I'm a real estate agent and I know the average cost is going to be about $15,000 to replace an HVAC system, what is one of the main questions I should be asking all home warranty companies that I refer to my buyers? Do you cover it? How much are you going to cover? But the best way to ask that, guys, is do you have a dollar limit? What I'm finding out here in Utah and also Idaho, because I cover Idaho, is a lot of home warranty companies do have a dollar limit. Guys, I've seen them as low as $2,500. You're not going to get very far with a $2,500 replacement. So you don't have to settle. I'm very happy to say that First American Home Warranty is one of the few companies left that still has no dollar limit on HVAC replacement. So here's what that looks like. We had an agent in Southern Utah that we replaced his client's HVAC system towards the end of last summer. We paid out a little over $10,000. The homeowner did have to come out of pocket about $650 for some non-covered costs. But if they had had a plan that was $2,500, they'd had to come out of pocket thousands of dollars, right? And listen, this is not a scare tactic, because I was at the Salt Lake board giving the same presentation a few weeks ago, and an agent came up to me at break and she said, that just happened to me. My clients had to have their full HVAC system replaced. The home warranty only paid out $2,500 that they went with. They had to come out of pocket a little over $10,000, which they didn't have. They had to get a loan. She said the worst part was they were really good friends of mine, and I recommended that home warranty company to them. So you don't have to settle. I'm going to stop there. Does anyone have any questions on that or any other home warranty questions in general? Yes, ma'am. It's no big deal. And as long as parts are available, then the systems can be repaired as well. The EPA doesn't want to put anybody out of business or people to go into hardship, so it is going to be a phase out. But I was talking to a real estate agent a few weeks ago, and he had to have his AC repaired. They could not find the refrigerant for it. It was probably running on the old R22, right? He had to replace his full system. He didn't have a warranty. Ouch. Yeah, so as long as the parts are still available, it can be repaired. So great question. No need, I mean, don't panic, but it's important, right? Somebody else had a question? Same question? Okay, good. Aside from having some of the strongest home warranty coverage in Utah, I want you to know that I'm here for you. I've got your back. If you have questions, please reach out to me. I work when you work, so you can call me evenings, weekends, holidays. If your buyers have home warranty questions, you can have them call me directly. You don't have to be the home warranty expert because I am. And to encourage our relationship together, I would love to offer you $50 off, or your buyer $50 off, any of your buyers $50 off, any of our plans from now through September. You just need to reach out to me and let me know, okay? That's all I've got. So if you're not using First American Home Warranty, I would love the opportunity to earn your business this year. Peace out.
Much. Okay, so our cultural icon. Come on up. Is Robin here? Yeah, you want to come and share with us why you picked her? Okay, let's choose someone else. Let's all vote on someone different. Just kidding, we love her. Sorry, could have. Yeah, go ahead, thanks.
Yep. So I nominated Robin Buckwalter for the Culture Icon of the Week because she embodies the true spirit of generosity, support, and unwavering dedication. Robin was incredibly patient and supportive while I adjusted to a new brokerage and found my footings here at KW. She consistently goes above and beyond, not just for her clients, but for everyone around her, whether it's giving back through the Homes for Heroes program, offering personalized gifts, taking clients to lunch, or simply stepping in to make someone's day easier. Robin does it all with grace and sincerity, despite her packed schedule. I don't know how she does everything, but which includes the leadership in her BNI group, a vibrant personal life, whether she's off to yoga, singing along to music, dancing, spending time with her family. She always makes space for meaningful connections. I appreciate her. She treated me to a pedicure after a stressful week. It was a very nice, perfect way to decompress and reset. Robin isn't just a phenomenal real estate agent. She's an inspiring role model and a joy to work with. I'm truly grateful to be working with her.
We are the luckiest. I also have fresh flowers in my office from Robin. She's just the most thoughtful thing ever. Grateful for our people. Okay, happy birthday. Guys, here, who else is here? That's their birthday. Alta. Happy birthday, everybody. Okay, this girl.
Do you like my microphone? We are 8 weeks into the 100 days of social media. Let me just tell you what that means. It means you have on kwhomehub.com under the agent hub, only able to be accessed by agents with KW Salt Lake City, KW Utah Realtors, and KW South Valley. You now have access to 8 weeks of content. You have enough posts to post once a day, every day for 8 weeks. And we're just getting started. I have a quick question for you. Have you posted once a day for the last 8 weeks? I think the answer is no, because I follow so many of you. But it's okay. Today's day one. The nice thing is you have access to this content. You can pick your favorite posts. You can pick what resonates with you most and with your clients, but it is all done for you. There are 0 excuses for you to not be posting at least once a day. So this week, which is week 8, is what I am most excited about. I think we have really good content for the last 7 weeks. So week 8 is all about what is trending. I have gotten really serious about strategy with this week. So I am sharing with you exactly how to do reels. There's a couple of posts, but most of them are reels on Instagram that are trending right now. In algorithm world, that is good. In, hey, we are wearing the same outfit, maybe not. But what do I post is not a question that a KW Home Hub agent does not have the answer to. If any of you call me and say, what do I post? You're going in timeout.
Okay, so that takes us into. Am I good? Okay, that takes us into our challenge. How are things going okay for you guys? You still need content, you need somewhere to film. You know that you can use our room here. Yeah. Yeah. The content is not good content. You're gonna have to be creative and get that person talking to the camera to make that happen. Sure, and if you have other things that help you, great. This is just to give you ideas, and you can take with it what you want. It's not designed to be your end all be all and what you do every day. It's designed to give you some options to use and post and encourage you to be doing something. So even if you don't use anything that we create for you, it is a reminder and an encouragement to do something. And I will say that even if nobody looks at your testimonial, it's way better than not posting anything, right? So giving you the platform, the content, the template, change whatever you want. They're all editable. So it's just for you to use in whatever way you would want to use that. And it's also free, so. Okay, any other thoughts? Yeah, Liz. Yeah, please.
We know you guys are doing this social media challenge, so we wanted to get some swag that was actually useful from a title company. So we have these little guys. If you guys want to come upstairs and grab one, if you don't know what they are, I'll show you. It's awesome. So instead of having to carry around a little tripod to get your content going, you just have this on the back of your phone. If you don't want it on the back of your phone all the time, you can get a case specifically for this.
Do you guys have teenage girls? Because I have those marks on all my, like the fridges, the windows. I have all those little things everywhere.
So if you guys are doing open houses or just want good lighting, you can throw it on a window. You can throw it on anything.
That's
They're
so
pretty
good.
sweet. We're just right above this. If you just go to the top of the stairs and want to come say hi, we'll go ahead and hook you up with
That's
one.
so cool. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Yeah, they stick to mirrors. They stick to windows,
Thank you.
fridges. They're called like, cool. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Okay, we are closed Monday. Brock. Friday. Very. So he put Friday 5 p.m. until Monday.
Okay, I will also say Robin Buckwalter is awesome. She replied to one of my posts a little while ago and gave me an intro to team leadership coach, which has worked out really well and was very timely for my business to get a little exercise or a leadership game with my team to help kind of stoke the fire a little bit. So Robin is awesome. Okay, so a couple things I want to share. If you scan this QR code, this is good. If you follow us, which you should be, you'll probably already see this, but I did an interview with a credit expert that gave a bunch of helpful tips that I think lots of your database would like to see, like how to quickly build a credit score. I think he said like in 45 days, he gave tips on that. Broke some myths and misunderstandings about credit in general. And it's something that many home buyers have misunderstandings about, or they follow these myths and it's probably holding them back. So please feel free to share that and make sure you follow us. You'll get all the new episodes. It's always value driven and we're working hard to make it that way. So, and I'll pass out flyers. I don't have a comrade here with me, so I'll talk and then I'll give each of you a flyer because I do want to take away. The other piece is creative non-QM solutions. Who's heard of non-QM or Alt-A financing? No one? Mike? Okay. So what this is these are solutions, financing solutions for buyers that don't qualify for some reason or another for a conventional or an FHA or a VA or a USDA loan. And there are many, many options for buyers that a lot of them aren't even aware they exist. And it's really cool stuff. So a couple that I thought I would highlight, the flyer that I'll give you has a bunch of other stuff. We can do all the other stuff too, but these are, I think we're all looking for another opportunity in this market because it's a challenging one and not everybody is willing to move or do anything right now. So these help you identify opportunities that you may be missing or not realize exist. One is DSCR for short-term rentals. So does anybody know what a DSCR loan is? Dailies does? You do? So it stands for debt service coverage ratio. What it means is the qualification for the mortgage has nothing to do with any other income outside of the rental income on the property. So there's no taxes, there's no pay stubs, there's nothing. They just have to put a down payment, and there has to be a property that can rent, which is basically every property. The cool thing about our program, which I think it's the only one in the nation that allows this, is we can do short-term rentals. So we can use AirDNA data. Think, for example, a condo up in Park City or something in Moab or something like that, where the rental income is much greater than you could justify on a regular long-term rental. The nightly rentals dramatically more. We can use that income to qualify them. And additionally, we can, this is kind of interesting how it works, but we can do a DSCR loan with no ratio. So it means if there's $1 in rent and a $5,000 mortgage, they still qualify, which seems a little sketchy, but they put enough down that I guess the bank is okay with it. So there's really cool options there. So anyone that has cash that wants to invest in real estate, maybe they're self-employed, they don't have income they can document, these are good solutions for them. No tax returns needed. We have programs like that for those people. So they can use 1099, they can use their P&L, they can use their bank statement, all different variations of qualifying options that many lenders either don't have access to, don't understand, or just simply don't talk about, and you are missing deals. Up to $3.5 million loan amounts. If you play in the high dollar range, you'll find that most caps are somewhere between 2 and 3 million. So there's no options if somebody wants to finance more than that. We have an option. Also, cash out refis, no seasoning required. So say somebody bought a property for cheap somehow, or they renovated it and they've only been on title for a short period of time. They normally have to wait 6 to 12 months to get their cash back out of that deal. We have an option that there's no seasoning, which means they could turn around and the next day refinance and pull their cash out, which is really valuable for real estate investors. One thing we've been noticing, and I'll zip it after this, is there's lots of new construction trading right now. Lots of buyers are buying new construction homes because there's tons of inventory available. It's quick move-in, it's nice, it's easy, it's new. However, some of those lenders are declining buyers that should not be declined. And again, you are probably missing opportunities to close transactions, so are they, by just taking it at face value. What I'll say is our team is super creative. Our company not only offers these types of things, which are unique to us. There are other Alt-A type programs, but not like these. Cross Country Mortgage does, it's all securitized and privately offered by Cross Country. But in addition to that, we're a huge company. We have no overlays on any program at all. So a VA loan at 75% debt to income ratio, we can do it. Many other lenders will just decline that deal for one reason or another. All different types of scenarios. So I think the bottom line is, please lean on us. We are a great lender. We have great pricing. We have lots of options, and we're super smart, and we get deals done. Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, thank you.
a good idea. Yeah, what if we do it Friday afternoon? They can deliver it Saturday. Yeah, yeah, you don't have to worry. So they are creating pop-by gifts. Totally making them, creating them for you to just go get some and take them to your top people for free. So helpful. If you're not doing your own. Okay, so 75 Thrive is still going strong. If you haven't started watching that, register the QR code. This is 100 million in 5 years. Let's do that. 100 million. Okay. We've got on June 20th, another virtual training coming from KW Utah. So this is Master Smart Email Flow and Transaction Management. Shoni's teaching, Shoni and Kimber. This is another one of the AI classes, AI training. It's pretty amazing what Shoni's built and how much he's able to do. He's leaned hard into that. It's awesome. Okay, we're also doing another cornhole tournament today. We actually need more cornhole. You got one, Liz? You brought one. Thanks. Sweet. Does anybody else have one or anyone on Zoom? You brought one? Also sweet. Okay. Can we DoorDash it? How long? Are you talking about food or what? What are you talking about?
4:30 to 7. They'll be here the whole event.
Food will be here the whole time. Yeah, we have a food truck. It's one of our agents' husband's truck, right?
Sandra Garrido.
Yeah, cool. So come, it's for a good cause. Money is good for the good that money can do, right? Why are we making money if we're not going to help other people? Let's do that. Okay, we're at 50% sold for this event. Again, even if you buy just a handful of tickets and take some of your top people or people that are, you know, they're going to buy at some point or sell at some point to stay connected. People love this sort of thing. We also have agents who pass the price on to their clients. It's a significant discount. I think it's like $25 or something like that, entrance, or even more. Yeah.
They told us about 45.
45.
Said 45 traditionally.
Yeah. So you. Dang. Okay, go back for 10 bucks. Or even if you just bring your family, this is a great opportunity for you, okay? That includes parking and tube rental. Okay, so we are doing some headshots today from 12:30 to 2, and it is happening on Soda Row in Daybreak.
Yep.
Yeah, you can still sign up. Just reach out to Ian, and he can get you on there. So if you don't have updated headshots, if people couldn't recognize you from your photo, go get new pics. I'm actually on that list. I don't think I look like that picture anymore either. I'm like 8 years in or something. Okay, and then we've got look at all of our winners so far that we have for the social media contest. We had Tammy last week, won. So again, you don't have to, you can start over. So if you haven't been doing this, that's okay. You can start today and still be eligible for the weekly prize. And here it is. I click on this, don't I? It's okay. You can go there. Okay, so if you go to the Home Hub, it has all of the templates and things like that. And then these are the people who qualified. So we have Daniela, Becky, Lisa, Jen, Jana Lynn, Amy, Tammy, Dakota, Evans, Robin, Braden, Kate, Brett. Who's it gonna be? Let's go, Kate. Will you take a look at that? Yeah. So you get to choose what you want, either a business. Let's see. From the business bundle, so either a $100 gift card or from the business bundle, which is business card refresh, market my listing, free headshot photo shoot, 2 free yard signs, 4 free open house signs, custom buyer and seller guides, customize your KW website, full week of done for you social media, SOI touches, like newsletters and things like that, all made, created, and done for you specifically when you win. Okay, Mike.
A deer in headlights look. How's everybody today? All right, all right. Good stuff. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Robin. Where are my Gen Xers in here? Who remembers the Energizer Bunny commercials? Yes, yes, so you do. That's Robin. Love you, Robin. Let's see. Okay, hey, real quick, just a couple quiz for you today. Think fiduciary duties on this. Seller discloses to their agent that they are under pressure to sell quickly due to a job relocation. Okay, so obviously you're the listing agent here. Can you reveal that information to potential buyers? I heard a bunch of no's right away. I like that. But then I liked Steve. It depends. Give me the depends. There you go. Right, right. So yeah, there's a lot of various. So one thing that I see a lot is you see these listings, agent remarks, motivated seller. Okay. Really always scares me. And I hope that the listing agent get written permission from your seller. Okay. Confidentiality, guys. So the way the division looks at it, the agent cannot reveal that information to potential buyers as it would weaken the seller's bargaining position. So when in doubt, have a good conversation with your seller, document stuff. Okay. So a buyer discloses to their agent their maximum budget. Can that buyer's agent reveal that information to the seller or their agent? Same answer. No, you guys are getting this. You guys are good, right? Okay. How about this one? Does an agent have to disclose a material defect in the property even if the seller wishes it to remain confidential? Why? I like law. Thank you. Yeah, and ethically too. So if there's, seller tells you there's something, the basement floods every year, but they don't want you to do that, guys. You don't have to keep that confidential. You better disclose that. Okay. And I think that was kind of it, just kind of a quick one to test you guys. I think you guys are paying attention on this. I'll always take a second. Does anybody have just a real quick broker question? Anything that you've been running into? Good, that makes my job easier. So you know to call me if you got questions. Did anybody look at the last broker moment that I did? Did anybody tell me what it was? No. I do them once a month. Okay, pay attention to them. If you want to look at them, if you have any questions on them, I'm trying to find a way, and I'd like you guys to think about this as how can I communicate more with you that's not sending an email every week? Okay, if you want that, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to stick with just doing kind of taking a hot topic, but I find that most of the time it's my individual conversations with agents. If you got questions, give me a call to discuss it. I always try to be available for you, okay? So that's it for me. Who's next? Ian, you're up.
Okay, really quick, one thing I want to just say with this, so we've got this opportunity to talk to somebody. This is great that we're talking to Portugal, but it's not specifically about that. So we have connections and opportunity outside of our little circles, right? Maybe even internationally. And there's a lot that can come with that. For example, one of my partners on a couple of things, Johnny Christensen, he and his partner, they opened the region of Argentina, right? They had no specific ties to Argentina except being one person away. Now they own the country of Argentina, right? They've been to the Pink Palace or whatever, where the president lives. They're like, think they're famous and fancy, which they probably are. But you're 1-2 relationships away from something that could be significant and powerful. So keep that in mind as we're thinking through this and talking through this. And thanks for bringing it to us.
Awesome.
Let's give her a hand.
Hey, I'm just gonna pop out of this for just a second because we had some additional information that got sent to us. So I'm just gonna try and hurry in. Well, here's the deal. I just want this to be outloaded. So I'm here to bribe you with that downloads. So I got these. We have a cute little Portuguese lady down in Pleasant Grove. These for you fresh this morning. If you like cinnamon, there's some little vials of cinnamon you can shake on one and then pass it along. but a couple of them are a little overdone, but they are so yummy. They aren't quite like eating them. Can you guys pass these around for me? They aren't quite like eating them straight warm from the famous bakery in Lisboa, but we'll take it. So anyway, I just want to give you guys some background on how I ended up in this position. It's a shout out for going to Family Reunion. Family Reunion has lots of breakout sessions, and you have the opportunity to go to breakout sessions where they have, let's see if this will go. Nope. Oh, right there. Okay. Got the right one. Hopefully this is the right one. Nuno, I apologize in advance. Hopefully I grabbed the right one. Anyway, and I got to meet this guy was on one of the panels, and he talked about having an experience, a trade experience where we could go and experience the country of Portugal, because so many people go, oh, I'd love to retire there. I would love to retire somewhere in Europe, that kind of thing. And then he'll ask them, well, have you ever been there? And a lot of people haven't. They've just heard about it and they're excited about it. So he decided to make sure that people had the opportunity to learn more about it. So there were 4 of us that met up with him in Portugal, and we were able to do it. How do you make it play? You know? Okay. Will it play on its own?
If you pass that field off 35, you probably wouldn't slow down, wouldn't pay no mind, but I did. Baseball sitting up on a shelf without a name and a date and a story to tell.
This is meeting with the lawyers that tell us about what it
But
takes to
I'll
be an
tell
expat and come live part year in Portugal.
you can mix anything. Oh,
That was Haley talking about how you exchange funds. We went to some beautiful retirement resorts. Went from down Lisbon to out on the beach in the Algarve. And the weather was absolutely beautiful. This was a development where you could have your own private vineyard. But the main thing to know is that you can make connections anywhere in the world with a Keller Williams agent and do a referral. You might have a client that is ready to retire and wants to do something different, and they say they're going to sell their house and move to Europe, and you think that's the last you'll ever see of them, and you won't have any way to do anything with their transaction, and that's just not right. And Keller Williams, right inside Command, you can connect with agents all over the world, and of course, you'd rather hand them off with somebody you know, somebody you've met, and I'm about to introduce you to a team in Portugal that does just that. So I'd like to open up the floor to Nuno and his team. Nuno, can you turn your mic on?
Hi, hello.
Okay, you're on.
Hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Hello, good afternoon for me and good morning for you. Or I think you don't take a lunch yet. Thank you for the opportunity to talk a little bit about the work that we do here in Portugal. And I would love to thank you to Dalesse and then also for coming to this trade experience. I think it was a very good experience to understand why we are so in love selling Portugal, and to have all the opportunities to give to the clients, and that's why we are here also to talk a little bit about why Portugal, why everybody are talking about Portugal, and thank you for that. So I need you to pass the slides. I cannot do it here. So this is my team. Since we arrived to Keller Williams 2 years ago, I totally understand that we work with the international clients since 2012, and only when I arrive here in Keller Williams, I understand that I need to be very specific and very professional, having people that are focused on working with listings and other working with buyers, understanding that you need to be very, very dedicated, and it's totally different when you work with a buyer and a seller. And since I work of 2012 and have these connections worldwide, I think I travel a lot for all over the world since I'm in the real estate market, promoting Portugal. And this year, Portugal invited me to be the luxury ambassador of Keller Williams here in Portugal. And for me, it was a true honor to have that privilege to be invited to do that, because we have a lot of potential here in Portugal, not only for the mass business, but also for the luxury properties. And we are receiving a lot of people from, especially for the United States. We are working now, the nationality that invest more in Portugal are the Americans. And our team are extremely focused, working with the buyers also. And I think this is something that it's very important for us to give the best service. And you will understand with this small conversation that we are also going to have here our partners, our lawyers, Dr. Diana, that are going to talk with you, and Haley, that is also going to provide you an amazing service. So, talking about Portugal, our geography, it's an excellent geography location. It's a meeting point between three countries: Europe, Africa, and the America. And here you can find international airports. We're starting to do direct flights already to the south of Portugal, which is Faro. And Lisbon and Porto is already for a long time. So regular connections to major cities in the world. And that help a lot, that people look in Europe, and you usually say that we are the gate from Europe. This is one of the good things that we have in our geography. Next, please. Dalesse, if you have any questions, because I cannot hear, except
Yeah,
with the mic.
there's no questions yet. I'm just letting you do your thing.
Okay, thank you.
But I would, because you have limited time, I would skip
yeah?
the part with the connections with your partners.
You're gonna be fast. Okay. So this is also can be sent to you after, okay? The climate is one of the good things. The security is one of the things that is very important, especially for the American people that are looking to have more safety. We are considered the 7th safest country in the world.
Okay,
For the global
Iceland's got you
statistics.
beat, but yeah, Portugal's pretty safe.
Yeah, and the thing is that we have all the other countries that are here in the lists. Only 3 are only 4. 1, 2, 3, and we 5 are in Europe. Then you have New Zealand and Singapore. So we are a very peaceful country, very good country. The gastronomy is also very good. I love to eat, especially this pastel de nata, and also the codfish and bacalhau. We are amazing food and amazing wine also. This is something very, very good.
It's been a whole week of eating. It was wonderful.
I'm going to ask you that, if you can help me on that. You can prove that. The public healthcare system is also work very good. We have public and private hospitals. And the thing is the prices. Private insurance averages for $50 per person monthly. So this is the average, okay? Comparing to what you have here, to have there could be very expensive. And we have also tax benefits that this slide I'm going to pass to Dr. Diana to explain a little bit more. The cost of living, comparing also to what you can have there. I'm going to talk also in the France, and especially what they have, being very humble, is that the Portuguese people, we like to receive. We are very welcome all the people independing of the country whether they come. And I think with everything that I can say here, for me, this is the most important. Are the Portuguese people really love to receive, and that you make you feel comfortable when you visit, and of course when you decided to live, you're gonna love it to live here also in Portugal.
And
One
that
of
is a big deal. Not all of Europe is so friendly to Americans, but Portugal is very friendly. And Dan and I were there for a whole week, and the fact that we didn't speak Portuguese was not a big deal. Like there, most people spoke English as well. One of the things that Nuno was telling us is that they learn British English in school, but they watch lots of American movies, so they talk pretty much American English. And we had no problem. Stores, restaurants, anywhere we went, there was plenty of people to speak English. And that was great and easy.
Yeah, especially one of the things that just to talk about that is that we don't translate what we have in TV. We use subtitles, so that helps us also a lot to understand the words, and most of the people speak English. So here the cost of living, I made some exercise comparing to Salt Lake City is the most I will say that will be most close to you. And the cost of living in Lisbon is the 20% lower than in Salt Lake. The cost of living, including rents in Lisbon, 40% lower. Rent prices at 2.9 lower. The prices are starting to increase a little bit about the prices of the properties. Restaurant prices 26%, groceries prices 29, and local purchasing power is 62 lower. So the difference of the average of the money that the people receive here, it's 62 lower than what you receive there.
So you
in
feel
Salt
like a Californian moving. If you're moving from Salt Lake to Portugal, you feel like you're a California native moving to Salt Lake. So the cost of living is lower there. So if you obviously we're not trying to kick anybody out of Utah, but if you have a seller that's really determined to go somewhere, this would be someplace that you could show them would be a great option for them.
Yeah, great. Here are also some examples of the childcare difference, the preschool, international, the salaries that you will see, average monthly net salary different is 210% for what you can receive there. And the mortgage interest rate is also less, 71% that you are having there comparing to us.
Another interesting thing is their mortgages, is it 75 years, you know?
Yes.
75 years. So we mortgage ours, amortize ours over 30. They do it over 75. That makes payments a lot more affordable. Yeah. That's incredible. So your childcare is 40% cheaper, and your average cost of salaries and financing are 40% cheaper. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Here's another list. I wouldn't go into detail, Nuno. You're going to run out of time.
Yes, that's the time. Yeah, then you can see that.
You guys can get this slideshow.
I think this meeting is all for us.
Yeah. So here's the cost of living and quality of life. There's details here that we can talk about. It is amazing what you can buy there. We went to downtown Lisbon. We went out to the coast. We went several different varieties of kinds of apartments that you could buy or single family homes you could buy. And the pricing is just incredible. Here's some more comparisons of the cost of living and quality of life.
Yeah, this is also to talk about the crimes and the level of crime, the healthcare system also here comparing to one to another. And
So
this
these
is
are all
just
slides you can share with your clients if they were really interested.
Yes. This is just some information that we also receiving from all the press releases that are doing it and that we receive about Portugal and Lisbon and Porto. It's also the awards. That's why what is starting to understand that the people listening to talk about Portugal. And in the world's international living, the world's best place to retire in 2025, we are now in second place. The first one is Panama. And of course, we cannot be compared to Panama.
By a raise of hands, who would like to live in one of these countries? Okay, you got at least most. Okay, that's great. So Portugal's number 2. So if you want to be with your buddies, that's one of the places to be. Okay.
And then there's also the healthcare and the climbs also being awards or the healthcare system. We are number one in the world, and the climb the second one. I have certain doubts about it. No, we are number one also in the climb. Here, the weather here could say that will rain for 65 days a year. The rest is sunny. So we have 300 days. 1 year is more than another, more or less like that. This is just information about some clients.
People that are touting it, yeah.
And then it's also about luxury. We are receiving a lot of millionaires are on the move again. So we are receiving a lot of people in Portugal that have a lot of money. They want to buy properties and have more, 20 millions, 25 million, 30 millions. And we have that. And sometimes we get surprised that some of the Portuguese are also buying that properties. But especially this type of properties could be owned by the foreigners. So now I'm going to pass the information to my good friend, Dr. Diana Nascimento, that made all all this. I have this partnership with Diana for a long time. And what I understand is that when I have clients working for searching for Portugal, that we know some rules, but we are not lawyers. So the best thing to do is to pass all the information to the lawyers. And she can explain everything. And now I'm going to pass the word to Diana. Okay, and I come back again after.
Hello to you all. Hello, can I get my slide?
Here.
Here we are. So hello, my name is Diana Nascimento. I'm a partner of the NF Legal and Law. That's a legal firm. We work with Nuno, as he told, several years from now. We deal a lot with international clients, and one of the expertise of the office is real estate, combined with immigration and with tax advising, because these three combined make a turnkey solution when the client wants to move to Portugal. What we say always to our clients, if they are thinking about buying a property in Portugal or rent a property in Portugal, the first thing they have to do is talk with lawyers, because we have to get them a tax number. Then with the tax number, we have to open them a bank account, so they can start, so they can be able to purchase or rental a property, and getting a visa, if that's the purpose. If they want to live in, if they want to invest, if they want to do both. So the turnkey solution for US citizens that want to purchase or rental is very simple. It's tax number. Our law firm does also the tax representation for the client, because he is a non-resident client, so he has to have a tax representative. We deal with several banks to deal with the bank account and deal with the compliance. Then we do a power of attorney online, so the client doesn't have to be physically present in Portugal to do that. After that, when the real estate is selected, we do a due diligence of all the documents, seeing if the areas match, if everything is good in the city hall, if there's no registration on the bank, on the tax authority, on the court, on the condo. So we do an extend due diligence and deliver that to the client, so he can move to the promissory agreement. The market nowadays in Portugal is extremely dynamic, so it's very important, if the client is thinking about moving to Portugal or investing in Portugal, it's very important to take first steps ahead, and that's the tax number and the bank account. Because if they see a house that they like, and if they don't have the tax number or the bank account, it's very difficult to sign the promissory agreement and to retain the house for themselves. After the promissory agreement, when you establish a deadline to do the purchase deed, normally we suggest also to do a survey, and we deliver to the client several names of companies so they can select one company to do the survey with an engineer and give them also a full report about the electricity, the plumbing, and all the utilities. After the purchase deed, we normally take care of dealing with the utilities of the client, getting with the purchase deed, getting him the electricity on and the gas on and everything on with the house, and then there's where the paths separate. We have the client that wants to live in the house, so we do this with the visas. We do the purchase deed or the rental with the visas. We have several. If the client wants to invest, we do the property management, and then we talk about short-term rental or long-term rental. And Nuno and his team have the great reports about investments and interests and yields. So if the client is searching for something that wants to give them interests, Nuno and his team will have this fully report, and then we move to property management. About the visas, well, we have several visas, but we selected the ones that are eligible in the US market. It's the D2, D7, D8, and the reunification. You were getting this slide, but in a very resume way. The D2 is for entrepreneur independent worker. The D7 normally is for passive income. Passive income, it can be rental, interest on the bank, a fund, pensions. There are a lot of passive incomes that can be eligible in D7 visa. Then the D8 visa is for digital nomad. And then at last we have the reuniting with the family member who is a legal resident in Portugal. All these visas can be eligible to the US market. Then we have the golden visa. We don't maintain the golden visa for purchase properties. That is revoked by the government, but we still have golden visa programs that some of our American clients of the office selected, and they are investing in funds, scientific research, artistic production or cultural heritage, job creation, at least 10 jobs on the company, or company formation or capital injection. Well, we have this type of investments that can get the American client a golden visa. One of the main advantages of getting a golden visa is that you don't have to be physically present in Portugal more than 7 days a year. So that's an advantage. And you don't have to be, for that reason, you don't have to be physical tax representative in Portugal. You will not have to pay any taxes in Portugal because you will not have to, it's not mandatory to be fiscal and tax representative in Portugal. These two are the main advantages of getting a golden visa. So this is part of our team. We already also have offices in Brazil and in São Paulo, and we will be always available to enlighten any questions that you might have with a specific client that shows interest in investing in Portugal or buying a property in Portugal to live in.
Thank you so much. I think this is a good example of here, even in Utah, as you guys are building your businesses, hopefully you guys are doing allied partnerships like with Brock that was here earlier, with our title, with our many people that we're working with. You've got a CPA, you've got your home warranty, you've got your home inspectors. This is part of the team that you would use if you were doing international sales. You may not be licensed to do the international sale, you're doing the referral, but you're not just referring them off to somebody that's going to send you some mailbox money. You're actually sending them to someone that's trained in doing international sales, someone that's got a team on their end to be able to help your clients make their transition with safe, trusted, vetted vendors. And I think that's super important that we have that opportunity. Okay, Nuno, who's next?
Okay, great. So now I'd love to introduce to you Haley. Haley is also our partner for a long time, and they help the clients because most of the clients need to bring money from other countries to Portugal. And when I find out that Haley can help us on that, we help us a lot with providing all the services to help the clients to save money and to be fast. You know what I'm going to say. Sometimes looks like an agent conversation for the clients. If you don't do the reservations, you can lose the property. And in Portugal, the markets are so fast, and sometimes they lose the property because they don't have the money here. And Haley can help on that. So, Haley, please, thank you for having your time also to be here with us. And this is going to provide all the services to our partners here in Utah.
No, thank you for inviting me. Can you hear me okay? Is that right?
We can hear you. We're at our
Perfect.
time markers, so just give us your brief
No
one.
problem.
Sorry, Haley.
No problem. I'm going to be punchy. Don't worry. It's absolutely fine. You'll pretty much know what I'm talking about. So I am an expat. I've lived here for 13 years. So if anyone can vouch for Portugal, I certainly can. So first of all, GC partners. Do you want to flick along to the slides? I don't really know. It's up to you. So GC partners, we are a currency exchange company. Currency exchange is really important in any sense of real estate or any business across the board. Some things you can know about us, so have a look at the slides at some point whenever you get a chance. I know we're looking at doing something quite snappy and quick here, but essentially this is in euros and pounds. When a client needs to buy euros, if they're coming to Portugal, or not even Portugal, let's say you have a client who's going to sell their property in the USA and then relocate to anywhere in Portugal. Sorry to not be pitching Portugal, Nuno, but if they're looking to buy anywhere, they will need to buy euros, and essentially we do it cheaper for them. This shows you, this is a plain example of just how much the client can save in comparison to using a bank. The banks in America normally on an exchange, when a client is selling US dollars and buying euros, charge an average of 2 to 4% on a spread of an exchange. So that's a huge amount compared to us, and you'll see the savings here in the comparison. Do you want to flick along?
Yes.
Kind of everyone can have a look at the figures when they want to. The benefit of using somebody like us as a partner, and like I say, you can use this for any type of business. If you know somebody who needs to exchange, you can refer them to me. I am based in Portugal, but we deal with the whole world. You have a client who buys this amount in currency. You can see the comparison here, but you actually earn a commission. The commission is paid directly to you at 50% of what we earn. Why do we do that? Because we rely on people like you in real estate and other businesses to give us warm clients that need our help. We need you to pitch our services because many clients don't know that we exist, and many clients use a bank because they feel it's the safest and easiest way to transfer their money internationally. Okay.
Haley, let me interrupt you for just a second because I want to make sure I make this point home. So by raise of hands, who in this room has a client that was not born in this country? Anytime in your past, have you had a client not born in this country? Okay. Have you ever found out in conversation from them that they occasionally send money back and forth with family back in that country? Okay. So what she's saying is if they're going through a bank, they're probably paying higher fees. If they go through an exchange service, and there's plenty of them out there, but if they go through exchange service, they're usually paying less. But this particular company has been vetted and trusted, but they also pay a commission back to the real estate agents. If you connect them, there's the fee that they charge, they give 50% of the fee, which is considerably less than a bank, they give it back to the agent. So if you've got anybody in your sphere, or maybe yourself, that you're sending money internationally, this is an incredible company to be connected with. Okay, go, Haley.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter why, it doesn't matter who. All that matters is that the client needs to move money. We're very transparent. The commission statement might not necessarily mean anything to anyone, but what we do is confirm to every single one of you as a referring partner exactly what your clients have traded with us and how much you're going to earn from it. So every single month, you know where you stand. There is nothing to hide. Okay. Do you want to go to the next slide for me? So as I said, there's 125 markets across the world. We offer 38 currencies and they pair differently. So whether the client is buying in the USA and selling in Europe or vice versa, or anywhere in the world, it still fits. We have a 4.9 out of 5-star Trustpilot rating, which is actually incredible. I asked you, didn't I, Darlene, about if you knew about this feedback. All of our clients rave about us, and we pride ourselves with that because we wouldn't have it any other way. And your money, your client's money is safe. We're regulated by the FCA. What does that mean? I think you guys all found this very interesting actually when we met, when you came to Portugal. But when you have money in a bank, I think it's 100,000 each account is insured for. Because we are regulated, GC partners insure all of the client's money because it's ring fenced and safeguarded. So every penny that comes in has to be reconciled every single day at 5 p.m. and the client's money is safer with us than it is with the bank.
Okay,
there we go.
thanks
Thank
so
you very
much,
much.
Haley.
You've got a slide from me. So if anybody wants to have a chat on WhatsApp, if anybody wants to refer or ask any questions, you guys have a digital business card and QR code for me, don't you? So please get in touch. No problem.
Okay, Nuno. Thank you so much, Haley. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you.
We're out of time, so I would say
we just put 3 slides. This is just a property for you to see. It's just an information, nothing more than that. And new developments, that we are, especially this one. And one of the good things is that we are going to send a Google form for you, Dalesse, with some questions, and we are going to, if we have at least minimum 6 people that think that could be a very good thing to do a trade experience also in Portugal, we are going to open again to do it in September this year. So this is just an information that we decided a few hours ago to provide the same experience that we provide to you here in Portugal again in September, and then let's try to see if we can make business together, even be again. I'm going to be again with you I think in Atlanta in the next family reunion, and I hope to meet some of you personally, and thank you for this opportunity. And it's also good to be here talking about Portugal.
Obrigada.
De nada. Bye-bye. Thank you.
I want to thank our guests for coming. I know that for many of you, you're like, why are we even talking about Portugal? But I promise it's a wonderful opportunity for you to really take a moment to look at these slides when they come out in the weekly email. And again, just remember the fact that even if it's not Portugal, that you're just thinking about that you are a global agent. You have connections to agents all over the world. That's part of being part of the Keller Williams family. Don't forget that. Let that be a big part of your business, whether it's another state or it's another country. And we really appreciate our partners in Portugal for being here. You guys take care and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dalesse, for bringing that information and kind of making our real estate world a little bit bigger. We've got lunch in the back. Feel free to stay and mix and mingle, and you guys have a great week.